Hey guys, I wanted to come on here today to discuss something that was actually inspired by one of my Instagram followers. And she had asked the question, if I'm angry with my twin flame, does that mean I'm angry with myself? Because your twin flame is you. And the answer is a resounding yes. That is exactly what that means. Remember, your twin flame is not doing anything. It's all the energy. The energy is causing your twin flame to ghost, to block, to act like an asshole, to be with other people, to go get, drown themselves in alcohol or drugs or whatever, to be workaholics, all of that kind of addictive behavior to kind of, just try to, quench their addictive fear-based pull energy. It's also the energy that brings them, blowing up your phone, banging on your door in the middle of the night, wanting to know what you're up to, wanting to get with you, wanting to have sex with you, all these other things. It's all the energy. It's not your twin flame doing it. I mean, yes, the energy brings their physical body in and out of your life, but it's the energy. And it's your soul doing it. And even your push-pull, fear-based energy is your soul energy. But it's a part of your soul that's here incarnated in the physical 3D realm, right? Of fear, of separation. And, that's the point of this entire journey, is that we are balancing that. And what we're doing when we say balance is we're transmuting that fear-based push-pull energy back into the love energy, which is our soul energy, through every other realm in time and space and eternity, right? It's just this little part of the soul energy that's here in the physical world while we're here incarnated in every lifetime. That is the fear-based energy. And so the point and purpose of this journey is to transmute that fear-based energy into love energy, which is our soul in every other dimension and time and eternity, right? So just to clarify that. A lot of people think push-pull, fear-based energy is not their soul because the soul is love energy, and that's true. But it's the part of our soul that's here incarnated with us in the physical world. And that's why we call it this process, the first part of ascension, because we're sending out of, when we transmute that fear-based energy into the love energy of our soul, it is our soul, and we're coming out of that fear-based energy. We're rising above it by changing it, by transmuting it into love energy, right? So on, obviously the energetic level, we're rising up above and out of it, even if it doesn't look like it on the physical level, because we're not physically levitating. Okay, but that's what's meant by ascension. We're rising up above on the energetic spiritual level, rising above this fear-based energy. And we do that by transmuting that fear-based energy into love energy, which is our soul energy to begin with. Okay, so just to clarify that point. So knowing that our twin flame isn't doing anything that could piss us off, what we'd be angry about, it's just our soul doing it, and knowing that we are our souls, then we're essentially angry. If we're angry at our twin flame, we're really angry at our soul for what our soul is doing, which means we are our soul, so therefore, yes, we are angry at ourselves. And so, it's very, it can be kind of confusing, I know, when you say it like that, yes, we're our souls, and our soul, is our twin flame. And, if we're angry at our twin flame for what they're doing, we're angry at our soul. We need to understand that it's our soul doing that, like I explained. And when we're angry at anything, and let's say at this point, our soul, then what are we doing? We're judging what our soul is doing as bad. Because anger is a bad feeling, right? It's a negative feeling. And so like when we feel negative feeling, it's because we're judging something as that thing is quote unquote bad. We're putting a bad label on it. So what we're doing when we're angry we think at our twin flame, which really we're angry at our soul, which means we're angry at ourselves, is we are judging what our soul is having our twin flame do as bad. And remember, this whole journey is about loving ourselves. And when you love yourself, you do not judge yourself. When you love anything, you do not judge it, right? And so judging our soul and what it's doing as bad is not love. It's not self-love. It's judgment. Judgment is not love. Love is acceptance without judgment. So having said that, we can see that when we're angry at our twin flame, which means we're angry at what our soul is doing, which means we're angry at our soul, which means we're angry at ourselves, that means that we are judging ourselves. And that means we are not loving ourselves. And so we need to understand that when, we are judging ourselves, and I mean, by the way, this works for all emotions. It doesn't just work for negative ones. Like, we're angry, so we're judging it as a bad thing because anger is a negative emotion. If we're like ecstatic and elated, that means we're judging it as a good thing, but that's still a judgment, right? Good feelings and emotions do not equal love, not the good that we feel like a high or something like that. Like the emotions that swing and come and go. Love is constant. It's not a feeling or emotion. It is a state of being. It is an energetic state of being, the natural state of being of your soul. And so remember I spoke earlier about, rising up out of that fear-based energy, transmuting that fear-based energy into the love energy of our soul, taking that part of our soul and changing it back into the love part of our soul that's in every other dimension. That comes by us no longer judging it, no longer judging what our soul is doing. And remember, our soul is orchestrating everything. Our fear-based push-pull energy, because we're in the physical world, we have a mind, and only in the physical world do we have this mind. And that mind is what judges things as good or bad. And that's also what the fear-based energy controls. So our fear-based push energy wants to judge things as good or bad, right? So it sees like what our twin flame is doing, looking at what the twin flame is doing in a physical world, which we're not supposed to be focusing on anyway, and judging that as bad. So therefore we feel angry and we think it's against our twin flame because it looks to our physical senses and our fear-based energy, our mind, like our twin flame is doing it. But no, we know that our soul is doing everything. And so to be angry and judge what our twin flame is doing as bad is to judge what our soul is doing as bad. And that means we're judging ourselves, because we are our souls, as bad. And who is our mind to judge our soul? It's not. It's our mind is, it's nowhere near the power of our soul. Our soul is like a god or goddess, and our mind is like, the little like pawn or servant or whatever, the peon, right? It's not. Our mind has no business judging our soul. Judging our soul would be akin to judging the whole universe or source, right? Because our soul is directly descended a piece, a spark of source energy, which is the most powerful energy that ever exists. So, to judge that is just futile, and it doesn't even make any sense. So, and, even if we're judging something as good, like I said, we see our twin flame, our twin flame's back, wanting to get with us, So, yay, our fear-based energy judges that as good, because remember, that's all our fear-based energy wants is a hit of our physical form of our twin flame being there. It's a drug of choice. So, it judges it as good. So then we feel good. And so we think our twin flame is making us feel good. And good can be happy. It can be excited. It can be, I don't even know what else right now, just whatever feels good, right? Any other name you want to give to a good emotion, a positive emotion, it could be that. But that means that we're judging that as good. And you might think, well, that at least we're not judging it as bad, so that's good, right? But no, we don't want to judge it at all, because any judgment, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, any judgment is an extreme. It's an absolute. It's either good or bad. And that's not how the soul is. And it's not love, because remember, love is acceptance without judgment. And this whole journey is about self-love. And everyone's like, well, how do you love yourself? Do we go get mani-pedis? Do we go shopping sprees? Do we go like pamper ourselves, or just, take some time for ourselves? And all that's great and good. And I mean, it's great. Do that stuff. But that's not what is meant by loving yourself as far as this journey is concerned. This has to happen on an energetic level. And it starts by you not judging what your soul is doing, which means you're not judging what you're doing. And the easiest way to physically see what your soul is doing is by seeing what your twin flame is doing, right? And, if we're going to judge our twin flame, then we're judging ourselves. And, that's never love. That is not self-love. And obviously it's not love of the twin flame either. So, because the twin flame is ourselves. So that's really the point of this journey. And that leads me to another point, that the whole reason your soul brings your twin flame physically into your world or out is to show you a part of yourself that you need to balance. Remember, the twin flame plays a role here. I mean, they're not just there like, for, whatever, to piss us off and then come and go and do whatever. They have a very important role and job here in this journey for us. Everyone's like, oh, why do we have to do all the work? Well, maybe we're consciously doing work because we're consciously learning about this and we're the aware ones. But, the pole twin flame still has a job that they're doing. And that job is to come into our world, because our soul brings them in, the energy pushes them out, or whatever, but to come into our physical world, so that when they come in, we see from our judgment of them what we need to balance more. So this judgment of them, our twin flame comes in, does something, we judge it as bad, we get angry, we think we're angry at the twin flame, but no, we take a step back and we're like, wait a minute, that's my soul doing that. There's nothing to judge there. Everything happens for a reason, right? So that is another good point of this whole entire discussion, is that our twin flame is only coming in. It's a reminder, only being brought in to help us balance more, to teach us and show us more about ourselves. Because yes, our twin flame is ourselves. And that's how our twin flame shows us ourselves and is our reverse mirror. They come in, they show us stuff, and then we judge it, and then we realize, no, wait, I'm not judging that. I'm not judging myself. Who am I to judge my soul? My soul is perfection. It's perfect. There's a reason for everything. And this is where trusting and believing in our souls, and therefore ourselves, comes in as well. Because even if we don't know what the reason is, there is a reason. And it's imperative that we never lose sight of that. We never stop trusting and believing in that, because your soul is all powerful. It's perfect. It's miraculous. You are all powerful, perfect, and miraculous. Total love, total perfection. And, why question that? Right? There's nothing to question there. It's just who you are, and you're perfect. So thank you to my Instagram follower who posed this question originally and allowed me to get the inspiration to discuss this in this way. I really hope that helped clarify some things about this journey in general for you guys, and about, how feelings, come about, and how they relate to really our souls and who we are, especially regarding our twin flame, and only our twin flame for our purposes right now. And I just want to remind you guys that if you want any help figuring this all out even more, learning this and so many more things about yourself, about your journey, about how to love yourself and how to really advance along your journey, then I do still have a limited number of spaces available in my Magnetize Your Twin Flame coaching program. It's insanely popular, insanely successful, and it will help you. So the start date for that is February 5th. Schedule, the link is in the description of this video. Definitely schedule a free clarity consultation to see if you are a good fit and to claim your spot before they're all gone, because they're going fast. And the 5th is just 1 week from tomorrow, I think. So yeah, it's coming upon us really quick. So definitely get on that before the prices go up. The prices are going up. And you want to, if you've ever thought about doing this, now is the time, believe me. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a great day and lots of love.